Doug, we wanted you to come on because obviously Coach Sutton passed away this weekend. Tate and I are a little too young to appreciate him. We had you on obviously a couple months ago, and you were telling a lot of stories. But we thought rather than having the two of us pretend like we know anything about Coach Sutton, we should have you just come on and just talk about him, talk about how much you love him, because that's one thing that stands out to me. In his passing was just the love. I saw your Instagram post with all you were saying about him. And I figured what better way than have the guy who knew him, one of the guys who knew him best, come on and just kind of talk about his legacy and all that. What is it about him? I mean, obviously he's a great coach. We know that. But what is it about him that makes you love him so much?
Why do I like him so? Well, he was cool, man. He was really cool. Like I think he could have done a better job of coaching me. Like, I'll be honest, like he screwed up. I screwed up. He didn't coach everybody. He coached everybody kind of differently based on their personality. And he would get on to me because he knew I could take it. Why I love him so much. I think because I like that he was cool and he tried to relate to all the kids. He had just enough, like what you would call swag today, you know? Like he thought he looked good. He'd come in, we'd always mess with him. Like he'd come in and he'd talk about like, when I was in the 80s in Kentucky, I had a permanent, man, I had some good hair, brother. And so he'd come in these sweatsuits and his sweatsuits were terrible. Like, we're a Nike school. You can get whatever you want. And he had these terrible sweatsuits, but man, he thought he made them look good. He'd have some cologne on. And he had cool sayings, you know, like he'd tell the assistant coaches before he walk out of the gym, like, run them to their ankle smoke. And I was like, oh, cool saying. I don't want to run, but that'd be a cool saying. He told guys, you know, when they were clumped together, they were congregating like you're shooting craps. So there was lots of cleverness to him. Like if you've ever met people from Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas, I just feel like a lot of the kind of country dudes, they have like a little bit of different personality because they've spent some time out there on the tractor and they thought of funny to say. I don't know. There was that. And I think part of it is, and I don't know how it was for you at Ohio State, but there was a lot of us versus them being the coaching staff. And that was kind of by design, and it made us really closer. So I think he did that. I thought he built relationships with us in a clever way. Why every day you're in Stillwater, you had to come in and see a coach and sign a paper that said you saw a coach. And so you made eye contact. They knew who you were, where you were, whatever. You know, he was very real. He was flawed. He'd make mistakes. He never cursed, which is crazy. Never cursed.
I didn't know that. I really didn't know that about him. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the. Actually, this is a true story. So, never cursed, and we had to run for cursing. I swear to God,
wow.
If we cursed in practice, we had to run for cursing.
Very Dean Smith.
Yeah. Wow, I would never have guessed that about him.
Coach would make you either the whole team run, you run, or you had to go and run the steps, and you had to count every one of them. And in the old Gallagher, he knew exactly how many steps there were, and you had to come down and say it in his ear. If you didn't get it right, you had to go do it again.
Wow.
And so he didn't curse in practice, but he got across his point, and we were still scared to death of him. Like, he's 64, you know. When I played for him, he's like 64, and like, I think I could take him, but I'm not going to try.
I would say our generation of people, even who grew up watching college basketball, Eddie Sutton was always just this kind of crotchety old guy on the sideline.
Yeah. Grumpy faces.
Yeah, he just had grumpy. He was the grumpy face guy that all the old people would just clamor about not being in the Hall of Fame, and that's all that people really knew about him. So we wanted to have you on and kind of eulogize him a little bit and add some personality. So what is the one thing, if we can put a bow on this, Doug? What is the one thing you want people to know about Eddie Sutton who are, you know, like Tate and I's age and younger that don't know a ton about it? You've already kind of hit a lot of things, but if you
here's
summarize
the
one.
This would be probably the big one in terms of basketball, what you guys do is if what you do is copied, then you did so, especially in basketball. It's not a new game, and though there are new ideas, right? What you do is copied. Like, what do they say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, right? And, you know, I can't think of every gym I've walked into, especially early on in my broadcasting career and when I was still playing, guys would say like, how'd you guys do it? I was like, what do you mean? Well, how do he get you to play so hard defensively? What's amazing to me is, he had a reputation playing slow. I get there, we average over 80 a game 3 years in a row because he adjusted to his personnel. He embraced the 3-point shot because he adjusted his personnel. We played small with Desmond Mason, adjusting the personnel. The defensive thing, how we played. I mean, look, he was just demanding of supreme effort every day, every practice, every game. And he wasn't, no matter how good you were, he'd hook you if you didn't give him optimum effort. I don't know how that would have gone in today's one and done game. People ask all the time how you did it. They try and emulate how he played defensively, the toughness, the tenacity that we played with. And I think when you copy things and when legit high level coaches ask you, like, tell me something that Eddie Sutton did, give me a drill they did. And I was like, all right, well, we did these drills every day in practice. Like every day, yeah, we did one-on-one containment on the side every day in practice, every day, every single day. And like, you're playing against some good dudes that are going to make you look bad if you're not guarding. And you're going to be, and you have to get a stop in order to get off of defense. So if you're not going to guard, you're just going to stand, you're going to be there all the time. But and then the offense we ran was pretty simple. We ran the Carolina secondary, but then we ran a form of cowboy, which is Henry Iba's kind of 2-1-2 offense. Michigan State still runs a version of it as part of their sets now. And guy knew hoop, very simple, play hard, go to class, have fun, and be accountable. So that's kind of who he was.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.